All right. So, seriously, if anybody still thinks the Earth is round, it's really sad. And trust me, anybody tell you the Earth is freaking flat before you've come to do any research yourself, and trust me, just like every person that came to realize that it was freaking flat thought that that was the stupidest thing that they ever heard. But any person that spent one day researching it, I guarantee they had to spend another day, another day, another day. And then they're sitting there going, whether they're a Bible-believing Christian or not. Because I think if you're a Christian, I think it's actually easier to believe that it's flat, but whatever. So you're sitting there after your own research, not other people's research, your own research. Plenty of people can give you some good videos and tell you where you can go find the research and do the research yourself. But you got to find out who you can actually believe, and that takes a second. But nobody truly knows what the heck anything is. But the one thing that we know, it's not a ball that they say it is. And somehow, if it is so much bigger. Because for us not to see really any curvature at all, it would have to be a pretty damn big ball. But besides that, whatever. So just seriously, anybody that still thinks the Earth is round, just do some research. It's really easy. You can even go into my videos, and I'm sure I have a flat Earth one that's probably got 10 or 15 or 20 videos on there. But, look at that and, start to figure out your own research. Take your own telescope out to the ocean. Watch something go back past the horizon and then zoom in on it, and you're going to be like, what? That doesn't make any sense. I've used my telescope to look at stars, and I don't know if anybody's ever seen what something looks like under a microscope in a petri dish. That's about what it looked like when I zoomed in on some stars. And zooming in on the moon, yeah, you gotta have a pretty good one, and when you do, that even comes with some, what? Huh? I mean, who the hell has seen the moon during the day, and you've seen a star behind it? Like, let's say it's got a crescent, and then, the blurred out spot, you see a star behind it. That's weird. It's got to be right in that, right when the sun's kind of going down and you're starting to almost be able to see some bright stars, and you see a star through the moon. Doesn't make sense. All of a sudden, you're flying up at 30,000 feet, and you see the sun is just barely above you. And then you can find videos where you see, and the sun's making a hot spot in an area that's no bigger than a mile wide. If it's 93 million miles away, that's impossible mathematically. And this is all done mathematically. You have to find this mathematically. Look, all you people that think you live on a globe, the reason that you think you're so smart and everybody else is so stupid is because, I've watched all this NASA stuff. I've seen all the pictures. Well, guess what? I love NASA, and I love freaking history, and I loved all that, and I watched all that too. But there was a lot of things that really just did not make sense. But still, I believed it, listened to it, sucked in everything that I could. And then once you start to find the first lies, woo, man. And like I always try to tell, stop drinking the tap water. It's making you fucking stupid. Stop drinking tap water. My goodness. The main thing that anybody needs to do is to just start finding the first lies, the first truths, the first this. Look at freaking airplane patterns, how they freaking go. If you look at the weird ways that they go and connections, it doesn't make sense at all. Especially from why you can't get to some certain points to some certain points. You gotta fly this big old V. You're like, that's weird. But then, if you spread out the map, like the United Nations map, into a flat Earth map, all the flights make sense. They're completely straight. Look, all these are all truths that you need to find yourself, and you can find them. I promise you can find them. You need to find them. You need to try to share it with other people. And, my best thing that I've done is pretty much told people that I'll give you $100. First person that can actually bring me proof that the Earth is round. Real proof. Because guess what? Any proof and any piece of proof that they have, I can freaking show why it's wrong and why it's a lie. If somebody could bring me true proof that the Earth was round, I'd give them $100 in a freaking heartbeat. Not a problem. So anybody that thinks that they can prove that the Earth is round, and I mean truly prove this, I'll give you $100. I always thought it was round. I always loved that it was round. But just like everybody, I remember when I was about 5, walk into the classroom, see that globe, ask the teacher, why didn't you fall off? Why don't we fall off? And just think about this too. If you're at the North Pole or the South Pole, which supposedly we've been to both, I understand we're on a little bit of a tilt, but do you know how much faster you'd be spinning compared to somebody that was on the equator? Think about that. Nobody ever really seems to talk about that. It's nuts. And, the one thing is that I think is freaking crazy is people say they can see satellites. Well, satellites are about the size of a bus. And they are, oh my God, they're supposed to be 20, 30, 40 times freaking higher, if not more, than a 747, which is, maybe the size of 2 buses. You can barely see them when they're all the way up there. But you're telling me that we can see a freaking satellite that's even smaller? Even smaller. That is 20, 30, 40, 50 times farther away? And ask yourself this. How come we sent astronauts in a tin can, made it on the moon, and now you ask NASA and we can't make it to the moon right now? We lost all that data, and to get that data back would be impossible. What? You fucking joking me? I have computers that are fucking what? So, and this is how stupid we are. We let them tell this. We turn on our Netflix. We turn on our stupid TV. Watch whatever the hell that just makes us happy and makes us more fucking stupid and sit on our asses and get fat. And don't even do any damn research. You literally have more power on your damn phone right now than President Kennedy had back then. And I promise you, any new technology like those little Chinese robot, you think they showed you that and they're not 30 or 40 years ahead of that? You're nuts. Realize. Love those that love. Let's support those that hate. Thanks.